Industry and internal analysis of Flybe. The map shows how Flybe operates in a short-haul industry within Western Europe. Since Flybe is a low-cost airline, their industry can be defined as a low-cost, short-haul industry. Here are the main operators in the low-cost, short-haul industry. Flybe's main competitors are within these operators. The industry is divided into 4 areas based on the number of destinations and passenger usage. Flybe compete on the same terms as Monarch and Germanwings by flying to many destinations and having a low customer usage. On the other side of the axis show the market leaders. These operate on different terms, therefore they are not considered direct competitors to Flybe. Almost all of the low-cost short-haul airlines were able to identify an increase in the amount of passengers in 2012. In analyzing the environment using PESTEL, the focus will be on the political and the economic aspect of the environment. These aspects are seen as being central for an analysis of this low-cost short-haul industry. In 2012, aviation became part of the EU ETS, which set a new goal to reach 46% savings on CO2 emissions per year until 2020. With the introduction of the EU ETS to aviation, ticket prices were estimated to increase with 1.5%. This will have a big effect on the target group for the low-cost short-haul industry, which are known to be price sensitive. The airline will be forced to find alternative ways to keep costs down. The EU ETS currently have challenges with reaching their goal. A key economic factor is the fuel volatility prices. Here we see how the fuel volatility prices can vary a lot during 6 months this year. The fuel volatility prices can adversely affect the industry's profitability and financial position, so that costs must be cut down and ticket prices go up. Short-haul flights are in the Band A, which means that passengers have to pay air passenger duty at £13. In the past 6 years, air passenger duty has increased by £8. This could in turn make many passengers choose attractive substitutes instead of flying with airlines. Porter's 5 forces will analyze the competitive environment for the low-cost short-haul industry. Threat of substitutes is growing because there are alternative ways for passengers to travel. Companies such as Eurostar allow customers to travel to country by train. Another substitutes could be traveling by ferries. This, with the addition to using video conference rather than having a face-to-face meeting, shows the increasing threat of substitutes. Overall, the threat of substitutes is still rather low, because we assume that people would prefer to reach their destinations quickly. Technology advancement has now allowed passengers and potential customers to gather information on travel times, prices, and destinations. This has caused airlines to reduce switching costs and has made it possible for them to offer packages with deals with better value for money. Because of the increasing use of technology, it has meant that buyers can themselves now book tickets and plan their journeys, which is the reason airlines no longer need to have intermediaries. A new challenge is to access their customers and potential customers who are getting more and more technically advanced. The industry creates higher barriers through economies of scale to gain lucrativeness and build brand awareness. By having customer loyalty, the industry is able to lock in existing customers and deter entry. By having exclusive contracts, patents, and licenses, the airline within the industry make it difficult for new entries to get suppliers. Rivalries amongst the existing competitors are high as the airlines within the industry compete closely and strongly for global market share and growth. As a result, There is an intense competition in price as many airlines have similar prices. Key factors for success for the industry could be to reduce costs and thereby increase profitability, simplify logistics by providing easy check-in services through applications on smartphones and tablets, and having access to terminals in most frequently visited airports. Since 2007, there has been several strategic developments within Flybe. For instance, the takeover of BA Connect in the same year. In 2010, Flybe floated onto the London Stock Exchange. Flybe's principal strengths are that they hold a strong competitive position in the UK domestic and UK to Europe regional airline markets. Flybe has a modern fuel-efficient fleet of 68 regional aircrafts, which is chosen specifically to suit their business model. Their attractive passenger mix is supported by an enhanced service offering and comprehensive sales distribution channels. Flybe doesn't invest a lot of time and money in advertisement. This can have a negative impact on the number of potential customers they might be able to attract. The lack of recognition of the brand could also be a reason why the passenger usage is relatively low, which is another weakness. From 2002 to 2011, Flybe's market share has increased by 18%. In 2013, it was 28.1%. Flybe's gearing ratio in 2013 is 137.8%, which is relatively higher than that in 2012, which was 33.2%. ROCE in 2013 was minus 0.09%, which indicates that Flybe made a loss as the company is not employing its capital effectively. Flybe's ROI in 2013 is minus 14.49%. This indicates that their investments are not working as well as business expects. Flybe's strategic position is within low cost. With its numerous destinations in the UK, Flybe is among the leading regional airline brands in the segment. In terms of flights and seats, UK domestic routes represent around 3/4 of the airline's operations. However, currently Flybe has to deal with a difficult situation. Despite the low-cost strategy, Flybe has to deal with a loss of nearly £41.8 million in fiscal year 2013. Regardless, Flybe has a strong position in the market and is a widely known brand, so Flybe should not change its generic strategy. In order to get back on the right path, Flybe has to exit unsustainable markets in the UK like they did in London Gatwick. London Gatwick make it unprofitable for small airlines such as Flybe by increasing prices. They have to focus on developing the sustainable markets like Southampton, which is their most used airport. According to Flybe's annual report, the company, by lowering its costs drastically, will be able to create profit within the UK market again. Flybe is for the moment developing new sustainable European routes to enhance its position in the market. They are also focusing on European scheduled contract flying. This is a growing market with fixed fee, predictable profit, and no risk in fuel, charges, and revenue. Flybe also tries to manage fuel volatility prices by entering into derivative contracts, which represent 60 to 90% of the aviation fuel requirements up to 12 months in advance. With its new initiatives, Flybe is becoming more fit to compete. We believe that Flybe hereby is on the right path to once again become profitable.